Hey there everybody, it's Wayne Defrancesco. Welcome to the website WayneDefrancesco.com. Hope you're a member. If you're not, consider joining. We've got a lot of good stuff for you. This is the tip of the week, and it is the bracing of the right foot in the backswing. So on the right here, I've got one of my students who has a tendency to roll his foot over, and if you'll note, I've got a cutoff shaft on the ground right here, and the grip end is right between here and here. So when he steps over, he's going to put the outside of his foot right on that shaft, and what it's going to do, it's going to raise the outside of the foot and lean his foot to the inside edge into the ground. Alright, now the idea is to hold this angle. If you look at Hogan's 5 lessons, he spends quite a bit of time talking about bracing the right leg. So what we don't want is we don't want too much rotation of this. Well, the leg is going to rotate, it's going to go back, but we don't want the knee to slide out. So we want it to stay in. Now, the hips here, as I draw the line, we call that the face-on hip box, and the idea is to stay up against both edges of the hip box when you go back. So that's a nice job there. If we look at Miguel Cabrera, one of the great hitters, we're going to see how the initiating of the forward move here is going to be from the lower right leg. Now that cannot come from the outside of the leg, it has to come from the inside. So you see the foot tilt in. When the heel comes up, it pulls in, it never goes backwards. So if you find your heel ever tipping back this way, you know that your hips are not doing the right thing. So we're driving forward. Now, it's interesting when I talk about lateral hip movement, you'll note that his stance is hugely wide, and he's going to lift that left foot up and replant it about a foot forward. And that gives him lateral movement from here to there. Foot hits the ground, he's going to twist. You see the body carry the arm. Watch the right elbow. There's the right elbow movement going from up to below the left arm. All very cool stuff. Now if we go back and we look at my student again, so in the stop and go he does better, and if we go back to one of his swings without that, so here we're going to see the problem. So the foot tips over, you can see the knee rotate and the hip cut to the left. Now, anytime that you coil up and push the right hip back, there's going to be rotational stress down here on both bones of the leg, from above the knee and below the knee, and it's going to try to roll that foot out and over. So that's why you have to fight it off. So you're going to use the muscles on the inside arch of the foot and on the outside of the calf. Gonna maybe feel like the knee is kinked in a little bit, but we've got to keep the pressure off the outside of that foot. That's very, very key, because we've got to drive off to get the hips to move. Key component in transition. So, tip of the week, brace that right foot when you use a swing aid like the stick here. Some people will put a ball under the side of the foot, but I prefer to use a shaft and use the grip end. Now do that once or twice and then get rid of the shaft and reproduce the feel by yourself. You're going to have to use the muscles in your foot and your lower leg to help you brace that in, and you're going to have to pay attention to it all the way into the backswing so that you can drive off in the forward swing. And that's the tip of the week.